Hi, Mrs. Iwansky. To continue our math maintenance practice, today we are going to talk about comparing numbers. So how do we know which number is bigger or which number is smaller? We can compare numbers in lots of different ways. One way would be to think about those tens charts. So if I have a tens chart that looks like this, and I have a tens chart that looks like this, I can think about which one of those is showing me a bigger number. Well, this one doesn't even fill one row. This one fills a row plus another one. So I would say that this is a bigger number. If I think about what numbers those are representing, 1, 2, 3, this is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I started counting and I didn't remember my easy strategy of starting at 5 and then counting on. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that makes sense. I would much rather have 8 cookies than have 4 cookies. If I use a math symbol, it would look like this. The big side of the mouth is facing the big number. I always think about it like a Pac-Man. It's an angry Pac-Man. He's got teeth. The Pac-Man wants to eat the bigger number, the more cookies. Another way I could think about bigger numbers or smaller numbers would be to think about where they fall on the time, or not a timeline, a number line. So if I draw my number line, and I'm going to start with 0 down here, and I have 1, 2, and say the two numbers I want to compare are 3 and 6. And I can't quite remember off the top of my head which one of those is bigger. Well, I could use the strategy that I just showed you, make your tens frame, figure out which one has more, or I could look at my number line. 3 is right here. 6 is over here. Whichever one is farther away from 0 is going to be the bigger number. So 3 I get to first. If I'm traveling from 0, I'm on my walk, walking down the number line. I get to 3, and then I get to 6. So 6 is the bigger number. My last secret for figuring out bigger or smaller numbers is I always just think about cookies. Would I rather have 3 cookies on my plate or 6 cookies on my plate? I love dessert, so I would always want 6 cookies on my plate instead. You're going to have lots of opportunities to practice numbers being bigger and numbers being smaller today. Let me show you what those pages will look like. The first page in your packet that's going to practice this skill says comparing numerals. It wants you to look at the 2 popsicles, so a popsicle with a 10 and a popsicle with a 2, and color the number with, or color the side of the popsicle with the greater number orange and the side with the smaller number yellow. Now, if you don't happen to have orange and yellow at home, you can certainly use 2 different colors, but just change it up on top. So you could say color the side with the greater number and cross off orange and use your marker to say that you're going to do it green. And the side with the number that is less is going to be blue. And then stick to that all the way through your sheet so that it's really clear that you know your bigger and smaller numbers. The next one is going to be looking for numbers that are equal. So you're going to look at these watermelons and find the one on this side that is equal to the one on this side and draw lines in between. So numbers can be greater than, numbers can be less than, and numbers can be equal. So on this one, you're practicing the equal. The next one is comparing numbers, and you're comparing them to the number 5. So you need to keep 5 in your head at all times. When you're looking across this page, if it's greater than 5, it's going to be green. If it's less than 5, it's going to be blue. And if it's equal to 5, it's going to be yellow. So there should be ladybugs on here when you're done that are green, ladybugs that are blue, and ladybugs that are yellow, depending on how many spots they have. The last one is similar to that ladybug one you just did. You're looking at these dragonflies in the bags, and you're comparing to the number 10. Is it greater than 10? Green. Less than 10? Blue. equal to 10 yellow. So you'll count up how many dragonflies are in the bag, and then you'll color that bag to be the right color. Those are your worksheet activities for today. Those are in your packet. So there's 4 pages in your packet today for you to do. The manipulative activity today, using things from your kit, is going to be to pull 2 number cards and then say which one is bigger. You could also, if you have somebody to play with, play a game of war. So each of you takes half the number cards and you flip one over and they flip one over, and whoever number card is bigger wins both cards, and then see who ends up with more cards at the end. So comparing 2 number cards and seeing which one is bigger and which one is smaller. Your digital activity for the day is going to be to compare sprinkles on some given, I'm trying to remember if they're cupcakes or donuts. Let me look so I tell you the right thing. Donuts. Yep. So you're going to compare the donuts, and how many sprinkles are on there. There's a column for donuts that have more than 5 sprinkles, and there's a column for donuts that have less than 5 sprinkles. So you will drag the donuts in from the side and put them in the correct column. That's all the ways that you're going to practice comparing numbers today. So you have 4 worksheets in your packet, you have a fun manipulative activity or game that you could play, and you can sort out donuts. Have a great time practicing and comparing your numbers.